Poly Blend.
Welcome, people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to a night of fun and good times, or some would just say times maybe this week. Ups and downs, not on my end. I'm literally like doing the greatest I've done. On time with bits, on time with setting up the whole thing. But sometimes things are out of control and you just have to roll with them. If I legitimately, when I would go out to karaoke or something, like, oh, I'm going to go up next. Give me some of that old-timey rock and roll. Like, that's how I sing, actually. Did you know that's how I sing? The world is a vampire. How'd you guys like what I did? Oh, I got another song coming up. Stupid girl. Oh, garbage. No, not my singing. The name of the band is garbage. Just waiting here for just a couple more minutes here. People, we're actually going to come in at 9:05 because fuck it. Got things to do tonight. I can't be sitting here doing this show. Literally all I look forward to every week. No. We're going to come in at 9:05. I'll explain what the hell is going on. Helps to send the show to friends, because how do they join unless I send it to them? People are going to come in live. We're just kind of, frankly, this goddamn Monday Night Football. A lot of our friends enjoy it. So, we're just trying to kill the clock on it. But I do have things I can just go into. And frankly, I kind of like this stream of consciousness. I mean, is it completely dumb? Yeah. Is it self-indulgent? Sure. This is my fucking life, god damn it. I like doing this. I'm not going to apologize. You don't want to watch it, don't watch it. And guess what? A lot of people don't. I don't care. Yeah, I want people to enjoy the show for sure. But frankly, I'm going to do it anyway. I love doing it with friends. I want to share my experiences with my friends. So of course I'd love friends to be there. But tonight, circumstances got out of it. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to not do the show. I set up all the fucking shit on the road. In fact, this is Road Trip PBL. Part 2. And I had some bits I want to do, so we're going to try them. Plus, I want to hear what these guys have to say about all the football and the sports. I mean, we got Point of Order, Utah Weird Taw list we'll get to. So So just give it one more minute and I'll come in live. Polyester blend. Sometimes people
Poly blend.
sometimes life is a toilet, you know? Sometimes you think you got the whole thing figured out. It goes right into the toilet. That happens. We got to roll with it, people. Do I roll with it daily? No. No. Sometimes I get down in the dirt and I go, I can't do it. Man, I'm a mess. Because life's in the toilet. But guess what? The great thing about this show is that it's a way to get out of the toilet. To get out of the toilet. In turn, what is nothing but a bunch of turlet water. A bunch of turlet water into the goods. And that is what polyester blend does. That's how we started. Take turlet circumstances and turn it into gold. Now we're still working on the gold part. Still working on the gold part. But people, this is KTRD. KTRD. Hey, real quick, I just got to ask a good friend of mine, Lynn Colin, who's down at the truck. You know, he's the guy who's making the connection all happen. Let's check in with him. Hey, Lynn, are we broadcasting to the KTRD?
Oh, yeah, right, we're good here. But yeah, bud. Yeah, well, yeah, we got a connection there. Don't you worry about it there, bud. I'm out here, not at El Cortez. I'm actually at El Cortez, but I'm picking you up over there in Red Rock, see? So don't you even worry there, bud. We're good. We're connected. Good life.
Poly blend.
Fantastic. Fantastic to hear. Thank you, Lynn. We'll check in with you here in a second. Because God knows we gotta figure that out. I mean, we gotta discuss all the stuff.
Poly blend.
Ryan, if you don't mind me jumping in there, but I don't. Just a little concerned there, Ryan.
Why are you concerned at all, Lynn? I'm the way. You're fine. You're in the truck. We got a good connection.
Yeah, but Ryan, I just got word that Ryan Bradford couldn't make it tonight. So you're all alone there, bud. I mean, I know Clayton shows up like the diva he is, and I mean no disrespect, but I mean just in the court of law, he would definitely be looked at as a diva.
Yeah, no doubt there.
But you know, you had all this planned with Ryan Holy or Ryan Bradford, but you got nothing, bud. All those, you got to scrap a lot of that.
I mean, Lynn, I don't need you to freak me out like you are, but you're right. I do have to scrap some of the stuff we were planning to doing because now it's just me waiting for Clayton to join. But Lynn, that's what we do on Polyester Blend. We just make it work. Okay, so don't you worry, pal.
Oh no, I believe in you there, Rye. I just, just thoughts are with you there, pal. Down from the truck, just good luck up there. I mean, the fuck are you gonna do? I mean, no disrespect. I care about you there, bud.
Thanks, Lynn. Let's go to it, people. Let's go to the Red Rock Discussion Lounge, a new feature here on the road. The discussion lounge. We move from the toilet. We go to the lounge where I will join you. That's right, everybody. It's Polyester Blend. It is another night of fun and excitement here. I'm going to join you from the Discussion Lounge, a new feature on Polyester Blend. It's kind of like Bill Maher with his Club Random show. But certainly we enjoy randomness, but we don't want to go down his path of what he gets into. I mean, to an extent. People, it's Ryan Schlegel, your good friend and host here of Polyester Blend. We're waiting for Clayton and some of the other polyheads to join us. I knew it was going to be a tough night because the Detroit Lions are on Monday Night Football. And frankly, Monday Night Football always plays negatively into what we do on Polyester Blend because we are a Monday night show, and God knows we have some sport fans in our audience. But we do on Mondays. We have to. We must. Because if we don't do it on Monday, when do we got to change it around? No, stay consistent. And you can always catch up with the show the next day, like a lot of you do. And welcome to those who don't watch live, who check in the next day after the catastrophe has ended. People, it is September 30th. This is the second part of my road trip. Last week, for those who remember, I was on the road. I was in wonderful El Cortez in Las Vegas. Went to California since then. We'll get into it in a second. All right, she knows. But I'm now at Red Rocks. The reflection of the light is not helping, but you would be able to see the Las Vegas Strip if there wasn't for that reflection. But we must go on. So I'm here at wonderful Red Rocks. We've done the show from here before, I think 2 or 3 times. And here we are again, making it all happen. I want to call a friend of mine and see if he is around. And I will get into all this, because if not, I'm just going to go. Let's give it a call. Might not get anything here. People did not warn him that this was happening.
Hello.
Pat Munger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Ryan Schlegel. We're here live in the discussion lounge for Polyester Blend. We are live.
Very good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Well, it's just me, buddy. That's why I gave you a call. It's a solo journey into my mind and a solo journey into this experience of life. And I thought I wanted to bounce some ideas off of someone, so I thought, what better than failed treasure hunter, successful quiz writer, Pat Munger. We love to hear it. We love to hear it. It was working so well for a second there, too. Maybe he'll come back. We don't know. We just don't know. Soundboard didn't get out there. Sometimes it does that. People, I mentioned it. This is the second half of my road trip. Road trip heard around the world. Well, not that many people, frankly. But it is the road trip that I am on. And we discussed some of it last week, but I continued on my journey and ended up in the fine state of California. Some of you maybe have been to California before. I certainly have. So it's, again, I'm not going to pretend I'm some fucking novice who's never been to California. What am I, an idiot? No. I've definitely been. This time, though, was to see a show at a wonderful location known as the Madonna Inn, discussed previously on this show. But that journey was not anything but froth with different items, things that happen. And I want to get into some of them here today. First and foremost, where are we at with road trip food? In fact, this is going to be a topic later on in the show, so if you want to join, the Zoom is at the top of the YouTube chat. We will discuss road trip snacks. What do you decide? What is the most often choice you make on the road? Now, I certainly have my favorites, and I keep thinking about, I just do the same thing over and over. So I'd like to know what other people are doing out there and what choices they make. Because I just want to know, am I on the same path? Am I not? The other thing is this is a 6-hour road trip from Las Vegas, Nevada, God bless, we love, to San Luis Obispo. San Luis Obispo. On the ocean? No. 12 minutes away? Absolutely. In fact, some of the things I want to discuss here tonight involve the ocean, involve the closest town that we went to San Luis Obispo on the beach, Pismo Beach. Pismo Beach Relief Fund, as joked upon in the hit 1995 movie Clueless. Went to Pismo Beach. Drove up on a wonderful Thursday, 11 a.m., 10 a.m., can't remember. Go right to the main area. It's a parking area. Love it. Park in this parking area, right to the beach. Beautiful. Nice boardwalk. Learn all about the clams they got going on down there. And let me tell you, these Pismo Beach clams, don't touch them. It's illegal to touch them, okay? Unless you got a permit. These are some great clams. And I'm not talking money. I'm talking actual physical clams. Now, these clams are all over the beach. And in fact, this is a large history of Pismo Beach. This is clam business, but I digress. So I'm there in the parking lot of Pismo Beach. And you gotta pay for this. I mean, heaven knows, California, it ain't cheap. You know what I mean? You can afford some of that property unless you pay for some of this parking. It could replenish the coffers, as they say, of Pismo Beach City. So I'm there at the Pismo Beach parking lot, and there's one of these parking lots where you got to remember your license plate. For the life of me, people, tell me one good, honest person out there who's like, yeah, I got my license plate memorized. Okay, two things. One, if you do, we're done being friends, okay? We're done being friends. Because there's no way. What are you doing? You got so much empty storage in your brain, you can put your license plate in there, memorized? It's on a plate. By the way, make me think about plates. Anyone ever eat off of a license plate? License plate, it's out there in your car. I don't need to remember it because I fucking have a physical item that's out there that has it on there, okay? But that Pismo Beach is like, oh, you walk from your car to where you pay for parking, okay? And then you gotta remember your license plate. So you walk the it's not that far, 2-minute walk. But 2 minutes, you walk over there, you gotta walk all the way back, you see, put in your license plate. Put in my license plate? But I put in my fist in your fucking parking machine. Boom, pop. And I nailed it, and everyone cheered. Yeah, way to go, Ryan. You beat the shit out of that parking machine. Fuck it. Who's a badass, Ryan? Hey, meanwhile, my hand's bleeding, and I go, it's for the people. And I kiss my bloody hand, and people are like, hip hip, hooray, hip hip, hooray, hip hip. I didn't do that. In fact, what I did is I went, Stamp, can you go look at the license plate? Actually, I think she just already went. Took care of the problem. So I got a little too much skin here. So while I'm waiting for the license plate number to be served onto me, the platter of my plate, this lady walks up, older than me. I'll just say that, to be fair. She walks up and she goes right up to the machine. I've stepped just a little bit away and I was like, do I tell her? Do I not? but I hear her go, and I know she's reached the part where she's at the license plate entry. And she's in the same thing like any normal person would be, which is, I don't fucking memorize my license plate. So what happens? I go, oof, yeah, the license plate. Who remembers the license plate? I'm a jovial guy. I like to joke around. So I like to give an opportunity for, hey, I understand the pain you're in, that this fucking, you don't have your license plate. Who does? That's crazy. Trying to make it ease the pain, the suffering of this woman who has just found out she has to walk back to her car. And she says to me, in a not like, I could have been there or not. She was just gonna say it, maybe internally, maybe she heard me say something, so she decides to say it out loud. And she goes, we already have enough on our minds. Very upset. We already have enough on our minds. Meaning, how could you retain this information? She already has so much going on in her mind, too much going on. Respect. Respect. I'm on the same side, just maybe at a different angle. We already have too much on our minds. Skip ahead. Later that evening, having dinner at the wonderful Madonna Inn, San Luis Obispo. Go visit it, talk about the toilet in a little bit. Not the one in our bathroom, but the main toilet. One of the greatest toilets. Theme already starting to be a thing. So we're having dinner there at this Madonna Inn, and I look over when we sit down, I'm like, it's the lady. It's the, we already have too much in our minds, lady. To the right. She's already clearly had most of her meal. It's getting done or something like that. Got some enjoyed in here. So the lady, first of all, we got a very special boy joining me right now. We called him in a second ago, but he couldn't make it. Patrick Munger, are you there with us?
Yes, sir. I'm
Wow.
here.
Wow. Where the fuck are you, by the way?
I've been sequestered to the kitchen.
I always love for you to join, my friend. You're joining me here in the discussion lounge at Red Rock Casino, where we're having our little discussion time. Thank you for joining in. Ryan Bradford was the last minute, couldn't make it. Clayton's joining in. God knows when he'll join in. So I'd love to
He's
have
watching that Lions game.
Yeah, is it over yet, or what am I dealing with? I'm over here trying to do a fucking show.
Essentially it is. Let me see. Let me
Trying to
check.
put on a full fucking production here, Pat. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Let me mute it. We are. Let's see. What do we got here? Well, Seattle almost took it away from them, but
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it was real close. It's a 1-point game. Only 2 minutes left, and it's looking real good
For the Detroit
for
Lions.
Detroit. Yeah.
Ordah, we love hearing it. We love hearing it.
The vibe you got going on is pretty sweet, my friend.
We're trying a new thing. This is Road Trip Part 2, Pat. Last week I did it from El Cortez Casino and Hotel. You've been there, true or false? We know that you have, but go ahead.
On my honeymoon.
Oh, see this guy over here, people? You see what he does? I mean, he can't make it every week. God knows he's got things going on, but he's a true brother of the Polyester blend. He's a true partner, okay?
I got a lot going on, bud.
I understand, but thank you for making time. As long as you can be here tonight, and then if you gotta go, you gotta go. Pat, I was in the middle of telling literally no one. I was in San Luis Obispo, okay, at this parking lot, okay? So I'm at this parking lot, okay? At Pismo Beach, Pat. You ever been to the fine community of Pismo Beach?
Yes.
Are you just saying that to seem cool, or you really been to Pismo Beach?
No, I have. I have a friend in San Luis.
Boy, ooh la la, fancy pants Pat over here goes to Pismo Beach all the time. I'm literally talking about how I've been there, yet want to give you shit for being there too. So Pat, I'm at this parking lot, all right, at this fucking goddamn Pismo Beach, okay? And it has one of these it's a pay lot. We understand. It's a popular area, okay? But Pat, you park and then you walk X amount of feet. I love anyone who's hearing this story for the second time, but who gives a shit? So You walk over, you're away from your car to go pay for a parking ticket, just to pay for it. Pat, it goes, what's your license plate number?
Now you gotta walk back.
Do you fucking memorize your license plate?
I remember the first part of it.
Okay, but you don't memorize it, you just kind of remember, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what sick fuck were these sick bastards at Pismo Beach? Everyone's just memorizing their license plate? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think if you live in California, you know your license plate.
See, this is where Ryan would be helpful if I knew this. Why?
Yeah, I bet he would agree. Because tickets are hefty. Tickets come often. Tickets are unfair. The numbers of tickets in LA County is insane. And it will be 10 seconds you get a ticket. So they just have people ticketing like all the time. So if you lived in California, I bet you know your driver's license.
Well, this makes me feel better.
License plate.
But here's what I was telling
you. If you live in free country like Utah or Idaho or Oregon, where the crime rates are getting higher and higher, you might not know. You might not even register your car.
Pat, the reason I bring this up, and maybe this lady wasn't from California too, because right after I realized the situation where we got to remember the license plate, wonderful staff volunteers, goes back to the car. I sit and I pace around. Well, this lady, older than me, I don't know how much older. She goes.
You can tell by the wrinkles.
Pat, easy. She goes up to the machine. I don't say anything because I'm a little bit further away at that point, but I hear her just go, ugh. And I go, license plate? I don't memorize mine either. To try to be I'm a nice guy. I like to make people like, oh, you're in pain?
You like conversation.
Like conversation.
You like to, let's build a joke together.
Pat, you know what she says? And not with a tone of let's be friends, but just like a pissed off tone, okay? We already have too much on our minds as she walks away. We already got too much on our minds. Meaning like, people in general have too much on their minds to memorize their fucking license plate. I agree with her. But she was a little angry about it, Pat. A little angry. Okay? Skip ahead later on that night, having dinner at the Madonna Inn. Have you ever been to the
Stephanie.
Stephanie
who said it.
I was getting punked. It was Ashton Kutcher. He was doing a punk. No.
Okay.
So do you know
the Madonna? So you're in Palm Springs?
No, buddy. The Madonna's in San Luis Obispo.
Oh, that's right.
We sit down at dinner, and who is sitting right next to us? That lady. And she'd clearly already been there earlier. We hit it off with the
So she had a solo day? Like she's just hanging out by herself?
We already have too much on our minds, Pat. We already have too much on our minds.
Uh-huh.
So we talking to it turned out that the waiter, she was wonderful, fantastic, amazing. So we're goofy.
What'd you get to eat? Steak?
Fucking swordfish steak. Because that's the kind of guy I am. Okay?
Aren't those endangered?
Why do you think I got it? Well, it's a status symbol, Pat. I don't give a shit for the taste. I just want to be like, I can get it.
I just want the head.
I had shark fin soup.
The head.
I had shark fin soup right before it. Just
as a starter.
Yeah, just to say fuck you.
And it was a baby shark.
Yeah, it was a fucking live shark right there. Cut it up right in front of everyone. Made a couple people puke.
It was Nemo.
Nemo's little fin. I ate it. So Pat, she's right there next to us, and we're talking to the waiter. I was like, so I told the waiter, like,
eating her garbanzo beans.
She had soup. Of course she had soup. Older.
Yeah.
God bless. Respect. I can't wait to get to soup age. If I make it to soup age.
I'm at soup, man.
So Pat, anyway, I go to the way. I tell explain the situation to the waiter. Talking about the license plate. We've already got too much on our minds. Waiter goes.
I still kind of don't get it, but keep going.
So we got too much on our minds. Like.
I get it, but it almost sounds like she's kind of mad at you too in a weird way.
So Pat, the waiter goes, that lady has been mean since the second she sat down.
Lady said you can pay her bill.
She's been like, getting like, she wants the soup and not the soup that they have. Can you make the soup she wants? That kind of situation, Pat.
I want Nemo.
She can't have Nemo. But it was just one of those things where it's like, I didn't like the tone.
What was her name? Dorothy?
Right. Ruth. Helen. I mean, of some name from a different past.
Okay.
So this is a part of the big notebook dump, Pat. I'm at the end of my road trip. I'm dumping the notes from my trip, okay? The same.
So what'd you do? Did you punt her?
No, just quietly didn't say anything. I went, ooh, that lady. Well, I was there, Pat. You might wonder.
I mean, there's a reason she's alone, bud.
Fair enough.
Or there's a reason why she's unhappy.
There's too much on her mind. She said she's sitting around, she's got troubles. You know, and God bless. We love her. We respect. We hope she's great. We don't want ill will in all these people. Okay?
No. They need love.
They need love. But Pat, why was I there, Pat? Why was I there? Why was I in Madonna Inn?
Dolphin watching?
No, I mean, no, we did try to see some whales. We didn't. Have you heard of the great artist Faye Webster? Faye Webster. Have you heard of Faye Webster?
Nope.
Buddy, she was playing the Madonna Inn, and like they're kind of like open an area. Kind of looks like maybe weddings and stuff. Yeah, it was great. Right at the Madonna Inn, San Luis Obispo. Perfect, amazing. Well, while we're at dinner, okay, it's the only restaurant very close. So I'm walking back to the table after going and relieving myself in a toilet. I'll talk about in a second here, Pat. But I walk by this young lady and I see her wearing not these big old gaudy headphones, but Pat, do you remember the headphones they would give you with a Walkman from the 90s? Just like loose pads on your ear. They wouldn't control the sound. You know, you could hear everything around you. Foamy. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So I see a young lady with literally those headphones on. I haven't seen since I was a kid. And I was so close, Pat, just going, why do you got those headphones? Those are headphones we hated in the 90s. You like those headphones? Like, I had so many questions about these headphones. I sit down at the table after not saying anything. I regretted it, but I was like, you know what? I don't know this person. She probably might get bothered. I'm not going to bother this person. I sit down at the table. Guess what? Steph goes, you just looked at, and did you almost say something to Faye Webster? You almost said something to Faye Webster. It was the artist, Faye Webster, who had those headphones. And I couldn't help but think about this, Pat. Is it some sort of new thing where it like saves your ears? Like, she's an audiophile, clearly. Does she really like those headphones? I mean, Pat, your thoughts?
Wow. People are particular about things.
That's true. Shark fin soup, Nemo soup.
So in my life, I've found my I've found my shirts. I've found close to my pants.
Wow.
I've found my t-shirts, and I've finally found my shoes.
Whoa.
And these are done for the rest of my life.
Pat,
and
so much I want to talk about that.
Once you find something that works for you,
yeah.
But I know that producers, the classic producer line is, if it sounds good on shitty headphones, then it'll sound good on anything. So, also, some people have sensitive ears. And so if it's a light sound, and also it's kind of like, all right, you know when your food's made by a smoker because it's over salted, right?
My whole life.
Right. So it's like, you're like, God damn, this is salty. Well, that person probably smokes.
Because they can't taste no more.
Right. So maybe they just have precious little ears. They don't need it to be super loud. They don't need to listen to Cashmere like me at like full volume with like every speaker surrounding me to like feel it because I can't hear anymore.
Buddy, you're so dead on. Like, I'm wearing the big cans because I have to be focused because I can't handle any sort of other audio. But to your point, this person who his whole life is hearing things, Faye Webster, she might be like trying to save those eardrums. I don't know. That's why I bring it up, because I'm very interested in it. I'm very interested in it. Wow.
I would think that has something to do with it.
Well, Pat, we're off and running here in Polyester Blend. I must get to some more things, and I've enjoyed our time at the lounge, but we must move to the news desk. I've got to move to the next.
What if you just shut me off?
No,
You
guy,
like,
I
but
need
now
you.
Now I need you gone.
No, I need you, buddy. In fact, I need
All
you.
right, I'm gonna go turn the AC on. So keep talking on my AirBuds or whatever they call them.
Real quick, Pat, have you decided to join the Polyester Blend Book Club Deliverance? Have you decided to join it?
I have thought about it a lot.
Can't commit.
I have yet to commit. Have you guys started?
Well, I'll get to that right now, Pat, because we're moving over to the wonderful news desk here into the Red Rock Studios. I have created several different zones, Pat. Let me move to it.
Okay,
In fact,
I'm listening.
I got to get off.
Even though I'm not there, I'm here.
Taking off the robe, Pat. The Red Rock robe is over. My big guts.
God, I'm not coming back.
My big guts have shown themselves. We are moving over to the news desk. The news desk is where we will continue to do more Polyester Blend and more fun and merriment. In fact, Pat, we are here. I'm at the desk. We've got so much to get to. In fact, I think it's just time to get right into it. Because, Pat, I think this is going to be your first time ever being here. It's just you and I for the intro, Pat.
I guess I'm your Andy Richter tonight.
Tonight?
So I'm gonna let you take it.
Here you
I have
are.
a couple things to do while you go, but I will.
But you
chime
can
in
hear.
like
You
Andy
can hear.
Richter.
You can hear, though.
I can hear.
Okay. Here we go, people. It is unbelievable. We can't believe it. First time ever, Ryan and Pat co-hosting Polyester Blend. We must get to it. Thanks for being here, everybody. A little later show. We're going to go, not too super late, but we're going to go to our normal time. Thanks for being here. It's time for one thing we love. It's called Polyester Blend. KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's also simulcast from UHF station KTRD, 299 megahertz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its podcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence. That's right. That's what we do. Pat's here. This one guy just showed up. Can't believe it. Didn't know if that was going to happen. Uh-oh.
Too old. Job's not finished. Job finished?
What?
I don't think so. Yeah. That's the story. Are you not happy or?
Clay, what are you doing? What, I can hear everything.
I don't want to get married.
I had to mute you, Clay.
Job's not finished.
Do.
Gotta do the gotta do the blend.
Who are you
Job's not
talking
finished.
to? Clay, who are you talking to?
That was Kobe Bryant, man. He was talking to you.
Oh.
The grave.
I don't know, you're doing bits. I didn't even know you had the capability. It's just unbelievable. No, that's not going to work. Maybe it will.
I invented bits.
You didn't. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. We're already at this level. Clay, we are here. We're ready to go. We're in Red Rock. This is the second part of Road Trip Part 2 of Polyester Blend. Let's get to it, buddy. It's well later than we normally stay up for this show. But we've got plenty of time. We got things to do. Not a huge full show like we normally do, Clay. Let us do it right now, people. It's time for Polyester. Oh, fuck. I'm scared what Sleeper Bomber's going to tell me. Oh, yeah. This is our good friend. Hold on. Jordan.
He doesn't have anything to say other than you're cool, man.
Oh, I just was hoping that I'm worried that the audio is not working or something because he's got to be our audio guy tonight. Jordan, is the audio working? Have we been talking? Can you hear us? You're muted, by the way.
Can't hear a goddamn word, apparently.
Can't hear him.
You're
People!
blurry and muted.
That's all right. Our good friend, a wonderful friend of ours, the great and wonderful Jordan. Let us know if it's all coming through. It sounds like it's coming through. Clayton Scribner, the podfather himself. I've been talking to the great and wonderful Patrick Margaret. He's been helping me through the first part of the show. Clay,
Patrick
welcome.
Margarita.
Patrick.
Yeah, the great man, wonderful Patrick Margaret.
I mean, and I'm a little worried, Clay, that I got both of you here tonight because both of you, I mean, you guys serve time together, and that's what scares me. You got a lot of history. Got a lot of history when you guys get together.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, all right, Jordan. Thank God. Thank you. You're here. Pat,
Time together, huh?
Pat and Clay. I mean, you kind of have like a respected truce, right? You know, like warring mobsters. Like you're like, you know what? Out of respect to the family,
We know where the bodies are.
Bodies
Together.
that's why I like having you both of you here on the show because it is, of course, where they
Nice
know
to
the
see you,
bodies
Pat.
are.
It's been a long time.
I know it's been way too long. My friend, my lover.
Oh, it's already gross.
Cellmate. Cellmate.
We were cellmates, actually.
See, they know where the bodies are buried. Beep. Clay's like, don't talk about it live in here. Clay, you just saw the wonderful Detroit Lions play in a Monday Night Football. That's fucking us, by the way. It's fucking us. Clay, your thoughts on the game?
Oh, you know,
I
it was
lost.
all about hanging out with Charlie.
Oh,
Yeah, a really good time. I bought him like a Detroit Lions skull memento from, you know, one of those like icons that you pray to kind of deal.
Yeah.
I brought it back from Mexico last year, and he had it in his hand.
he's got a whole thing going on. He's got a whole thing to
The whole thing going on. He believes in all types of energies, and you know, those energies came through tonight. It was awesome.
Clay, the energy I believe in is the energy of you being here on a Monday night, and I can't get enough of it, Clay. We have so much to get to, so much to get to. We love
Yeah,
hearing
let's
about
get going.
Charlie. We love hearing about our sweet boy Charlie. He's one of the best out there. We've got our good friend Pat who's joining us in the Ryan Bradford, because sadly Ryan Bradford last minute couldn't make it. Ryan Bradford, we love you. Couldn't make it here tonight. So we kind of have to play off the fly, Clay. I had bits, I had things ready to go. You know how it is. And then I had to say goodbye to our good boy. We had to do things on the fly. I almost tried doing a Utah Cities quiz tonight, but I didn't have
Oh,
time
we're not
for
doing a
it.
quiz.
No,
All right. All right, good night. Kidding.
We've got plenty of other entertainment and exciting stuff ahead of us, Clay. In fact, I think we should get right into it. We were just going over some road trip notes.
I always look forward to see how you're going to cheat me out of more points.
Well, you don't even have to worry about that tonight because I had a whole other thing, road trip snacks that we'll get to. Didn't have the image for Pat, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
I went on a nice road trip this weekend.
What that? And see, this is what excites me, Clay. Is I think you're primed for the segment coming up later called Road Trip Picks. And I'll go over that after.
How long are you in Vegas till, by the way?
Buddy, this is sadly the last full tomorrow. I'm out, so I leave tomorrow.
This is ships in the night.
But I've been almost gone for 2 weeks.
Nice. I will be in Vegas in 48 hours.
Well, that's a bummer. Are you coming back for Ryan Bradford's birthday? No, you're not doing that, are you?
No, I have fall break with the kid. I will be in Portland.
Anyway, good friend of ours here just showed up. The guy's name is Robert Gerke. Gerke, your Lions barely fucking made it through the night. What's it like? Are you here just to be like,
They won by 13 points. That's a dominant performance.
Should have been 15. But yeah.
we'll accept it, we'll take it.
3-1. I'll take it.
That's all you can do, Gerk. That's all you can do. In fact, this
How expectations have changed. I mean, 3-1 would have been a miracle just a couple years ago.
Right. We're we got a bye week or a bye curious week. I don't know which it is.
easy.
And then we'll come back and kick the crap out of the Packers. I think is our next game. So.
Well, speaking of kicking the crap, we're going to kick that crap out of the internet tonight, Gerke, by having the rest of Polyester Blend. We're going to go just maybe a little over, but not that much over. But one thing we need to get to is a thing that we've been circling around for some time, and I have finally created it. Finally! People, it has been created, Clay. The Polyester Blends Weird Ta list. That's right, Weird Ta list. We must make a full list, Clay. Full list. We will keep adding every week. Every time we have one, we'll add one, Clay.
But everything weird in Utah, or and I don't even mean weird in the negative sense, just oddities, just things that need to be noted. And Polyester Blend, of course, loves this. One thing that started this, Clay, that I was like, God, this is right up our alley. Steph sent this over to me from TikTok, Clay. Have you heard of this website? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, isn't that oh yeah, isn't that like 60 minutes?
It's kind of like it, but Clay, I was obsessed. Steph sent this over. I'm going to play this for you guys.
This is a home tour?
This is a home tour. Now, this is where I talk about where there's weird stuff in Utah, which I'll get to after this. Then there's just amazing stuff in Utah, and this falls under that. It'll be a little choppy because we don't have the same normal internet that we have when we're in the Schledios, so just remember that. But Clay, everyone, take a look at this. This is a TikTok video about a house in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake City proper?
Oh, yeah.
Illustrious woman in the history of Salt Lake City, and her name was Barbara Juliet Wood Jensen McKay. Barbara's home was
just like every single stereotypical
untouched relic.
How many husbands did she have?
Not enough.
She had a unique, distinctive interior decorating style, and that is because Barbara was the most prolific interior decorator of the who's who in all of Salt Lake City,
and that's because Barbara
St.
was
George,
fucking
and
insane.
Las Vegas from 1947 to 1979. Aside from having her own design company, she was in high society of Utah. She was
just like
chairman of the Republican Ball.
I'm getting dizzy.
Chairman
lady.
of the Utah Symphony Ball. She belonged
Are you
to the
guys seeing
Assistance
this?
League, the Foreign Affairs League, the Interior Design Society, the Fort Douglas Country Club, the Knife and Fork Club, the dance clubs, literary clubs,
Ooh, I like
and
that
on
couch.
and on, including the Elks. Barbara's house included some of the most unique pieces I've ever seen
Like
at a estate
bicycles.
sale. One of a kind, unique things
Floating
that I am
stairway.
just
It reminds me of that
extraordinarily
place on
grateful
South Temple,
I got
Clay.
to see her
That
beautiful
weird
house
club that
and
what's his
her
name
very
bought
unique
above the
design
bank.
style.
But Clay,
Oh, Pete Ashdown.
Pete Ashdown, that's right. Pete Ashdown bought that.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Clay, and everyone here, isn't this exactly what we're talking about when it comes to the infamous PBL Weird Tall list? I mean, that's unique.
Yes.
Am I right? I mean, this should be
I'm
on
actually
there.
shocked I didn't know about this place.
Me too, buddy. That's why I was like, whoa, I'm upset. Barbara McKay. Garky, did you hear about this or did you know about this?
Well, I had not heard of this. I'm curious about the Knife and Fork Club.
Yeah.
Kirky, if you want to do
It sounds
investigative
like a
work,
very prestigious
if you
place
want to
where you
start,
learn how to do your manners.
if you want to start doing the work, Kirk, it's on you, buddy. We would love to hear
All right.
reporting on this. Okay, love to hear reporting.
Do
On
it
this.
this way.
So the first ever entry into the PBL Weird Tall list is, of course, Barbara McKay house. We have more entries.
You're doing a disservice to her name. It's Barbara McKay, Jensen Levitt.
Buddy, I was like, I captured two of them. I captured two of
Yeah.
the names, and that's
Good enough.
That's as good as we're getting here, dog. People, the next one I wanted to enter just came into it, and Clay, I couldn't help but laugh that it was about Ryan. It says here, KUTVDs, if you're on your way back to Utah from a wild weekend in Las Vegas, just be prepared to see this on I-15, 43-foot naked statue.
It's in Nevada.
It is
now.
in
It's
Nevada,
not
but
Utah.
oh, fair
Yeah.
enough. We might have to, but I guess it will not make the list then, Clay. Will not make the list. But Clay, I must get images. Have you pinpointed where it's at? It's on. Is it near the Speedway? Is that where this is?
Do you have like a? Is that the only image you have?
I've got this one.
They said it's North Las Vegas.
Yeah, so it's got to be near
it
the
looks like-
Speedway.
yeah, it looks like it's like towards you as you exit from the north. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Clay.
Cool. Cool.
Clay, sexually aroused. I mean, this is more or less what I look like naked now. I mean, let's be honest here. But Clay, your
Well,
thoughts here?
I do. I mean, I still think they're giving them too much. I mean, it's not those.
It's
that-
not.
that
It could be
Trump physique.
worse. It could be way worse.
Yeah. I think there's more of an overhang.
What we call a panis, Clay. Do you know that's the medical term
Yeah.
for it? Panis is
his ass is way bigger than that too.
The panis is the skin that.
But the effort, and then the access to the heavy equipment to levitate. That's pretty impressive.
It's very impressive. But here's what I'm going to say, Clay.
And the question is it anti-Trump? That's the thing.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
These people are pretty fucking.
These are your people, Clay. These are your Nevada people, dude. These are your Nevada people.
I think it's a 50-50 shot. I think it might be like an homage to like the Statue of David. Think about it.
The campaign put it out.
Think about it.
It's a campaign. It's a campaign thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is sort of like the perfect Las Vegas body.
I mean, I hope so because I'm living it right now. Anyway, I mean, is Pat still here? Pat, your thoughts?
I'm gonna go to Vegas on Thursday and work on my Vegas body.
Hello, people. I mean, just get ready for this kind of business. We love to see it. We love to hear it.
You love to see it.
Oh, we already lost Pat. What a bummer. We had him, and then he lost him. Here's the deal, people. Thank you, Raj. I'm glad Roger's hearing this right now because if not, we've got trouble. That has been, of course, Utah Weird List. Weird List is right there. Pay attention. It is out there. Next thing, though, Clay, we'd be remiss not to bring up. Ryan's not here, so we're good. Guess what? It's like the teacher calling in sick, Clay. The wonderful Deliverance Book Club. You get yourself an extra week, people. Get yourself an extra week.
I need a pass.
I know, dude. Our teacher's gone, so we're fucking okay, right? We're okay. We can make it.
Well, it's like when you have a quiz and the teacher
got a pass.
And then you end up with a sub,
Yep.
and then you don't have to take the quiz.
Which, by the way, Girk, you missed it, but when I found out Ryan wasn't going to be here, some segments I switched around. We're going to end up doing one of them, but I was so close to just trying
Patrick wants everyone to know that he got in trouble with his wife. His exact words, not mine.
Polyester blend. That's what we do here. Clay, Gerke, Jordan, we're all here. We only have so much time left. We must get into it. It's time to get into a segment. Makes all the money here. This was what makes the money. Time for a little point of blend. Please, can I get small versions? Can I get the fleshlight Donald Trump statue?
Gross.
So gross. I just don't want to think about it. I shouldn't have even played it. Disgusting. Clay, this really should be sports roundup, but it was the survey sent around the world, Clay. We didn't discuss it last time, so I thought we should discuss it this week. Clay, the amazing, disgusting SEG, Smith Entertainment Group's survey questionnaire. Have you delved into this deeper? Do you know more about it, or what are your thoughts? And if you can, explain to the people
as far
this.
as I know, I mean, without divulging any insider information, what I heard is SEG didn't do it, but
it's on.
You know,
it's a Qualtrics.
It reads like someone copy and pasted some of the debates from the legislative session.
And everyone here, don't talk about what you can talk about. Don't talk about what you shouldn't. But Clay, I mean, it's just, this stuff about like making Detroit.
They're still in negotiations with the city, so it reads to me like, we want to go into the final negotiations with the city with a little bit more juice. Well, we did the survey, and 90% of the people said, you guys are assholes if you don't go with us.
Right.
It reads like that to me, but I don't know.
It's weird, and downtown Salt Lake City could turn into Detroit. Oh, you mean a great downtown? Because Detroit, people have these old ideas of what it is. It's fucking rad now. It's amazing. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Also, racist.
No, I love how people say like, well, yeah, but also I just love how people, I would kill. You don't want Salt Lake to turn into San Francisco. It's like, oh, have you been downtown lately?
Not my thing, man. Not my thing. I think, one of the funny parts about doing a show that's about the Utah in general is I think, Clay, we keep finding ourselves going, I don't know how much I'm connected to this anymore. I don't know, But that's also why we do it, because we're investigating it.
Still want the Jazz to stay downtown, but I fear that even if the city and SEG come into an agreement, that I think there's some way, like correct me if I'm wrong, Gerke, maybe you know this. everyone like, there's some citizen referendum path where you can like appeal a decision. So like, what happened in Cottonwood with Cottonwood Mall?
So that part's a little unclear, to be honest. Like, normally they would be able to do it because it would be ordinance by the city, but because state law says that the city shall do this, then it may not be subject to referendum.
Interesting.
So I haven't got a good answer, to be honest. I always thought that was going to be the undoing of this whole thing, was that some citizens who don't like the tax increase were going to go out and get the signatures they need for a referendum, and even if it doesn't kill it, it delays it.
And then that kills it.
And that basically kills it.
Because that would be an excuse to go get the entire world handed to them at point of the mouth or something like that.
But that's also a reason that you might be seeing a question like this asked on a survey by somebody. And Clayton, you're right. From my understanding, it wasn't SCG that did it, or the council or the mayor. But you know, they may need to be thinking of messaging for public campaign. It is shoddy. It's a bit.
It's a little really bad poll question.
Well, it's not a poll question; it's messaging question. So you ask these questions to find out.
You're right.
Yeah, which ones moved people, right? So if this moves people from the pro to the con or the con to the pro, then it's a good message that you can use. Anyway, sorry, I'm prattling on.
No, sorry.
Now we're doing food at
No,
restaurants.
sorry. That was an amazing thing where I'm trying to find the remote for this camera, and now apparently it copied
That's
and
the
posted.
Polyester blend equivalent of playing you off.
Yeah, I thought I was getting cut off. So
We'll just put a bunch of random shit on the screen.
Somehow, like I hit the wrong things, guys, and all of a sudden that happened. Now, speaking of the wrong things, I showed this one because I'm fascinated by it. People, we've seen versions of this. I assume you guys have. This is out there. And by the way, I forgot to give the TikTok person respect, whoever did that. Let me just, I feel bad if I don't do that. Not like it matters. I just don't remember their name. Anyway, I'll tell you later. But this one, people out in Tooele, have you guys seen this? This is popular in places around the world, this kind of lantern festival. Have you seen this, Clay?
Yes, I've seen versions of this all over the place.
I've seen this.
So full disclosure, in 2015, we were down in Lyman, Utah, celebrating with friends, and we had a couple of these and lit them off and literally almost started a lumber yard on fire. So can't say that I haven't been a part of something like this, but this is Tooele, Clay.
Wow.
The West Desert. I mean, I know over the lake, and I can't quite make this out, but as someone who's lived through this, maybe we shouldn't do this.
It seems like a high brush fire possibility, particularly this time of year.
Yeah, that's what.
Also, even if it's not that, it's just like throwing 1,000 plastic bags.
And that's what a lot of these people were saying is that
they
like
all come down somewhere.
that's exactly
Hit there. They don't go pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't it look good on Instagram?
And that's the thing, Clay. Doesn't it all look good on Instagram? Ordah. Don't let those things off. Ordah. Next thing, I don't know who possibly worked on this. We're clear. Clay. I'm going to say this right now, Clay. If we were back at the Schledio, TPOS, he would be moved. But I don't have the same graphics on the road. But Cox accepting $10,000, Clay, from foreign subsidiary as appointee, reviewed controversial Lynthia project. Clay, your thoughts on this?
I honestly can't believe that this would be TPOS. This is just business as usual, I think.
Oh!
10K actually, in the grand scheme of things, is just a drop in the bucket.
And the foreign part, we're okay with?
What's that?
The foreign part? Just the foreign part we're okay with?
No, this is the second most, this is like probably the fifth most shocking thing in the governor's office the past couple weeks. The first most shocking thing was the governor's gala. The killers. I mean, come on.
Oh, dude. Absolutely. Ordah. You're right. Clay, I don't know if I have it right, but it's the governor. What was it, Clay? Our good friend.
Governor's gala of the killers.
Brendan, what's his name? Flowers.
Brendan Fraser Flowers.
Clay, you could speak to this. Was it?
The governor throws Oh, is that it?
No, I don't have. Let's
6
see.
days ago, can we talk about the private concert Brandon did?
From the R Killers. The subreddit is upset, my friend. They're not happy about it. I mean, you know more about. I saw it and was just like, ugh. So please.
Turkey knows the governor's gala, especially on an election year, is strictly a fundraiser for the incumbent governor. And Mr. Cool Guy, Cox.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this should be leading story. This should be leading story on Polyester Blend.
Right, really. That's what I'm just surprised you.
I did not know about this till now. I'm downloading this. So it's like your boys, because they're Nevada boys, and not to mention Clayton's history with the Killers. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, my history with them has always been checkered.
Just like their choice to do this.
Went to high school with that guitar player.
Is this the full Killers lineup, or just Brandon?
Also, how weird is it to be Spencer Cox? One day you're standing at a gravesite with Trump exploiting dead veterans, and a week later you're crowd surfing the Killers. I mean, talk about it's a wild ride.
I mean, this is that foreign money. He's got 10 grand for those sneakers.
Also, this is just like this is the most whack shit I've seen in my entire life.
Could you imagine how boring this room was? I mean, seriously. I just. Where is this, Clay? Did we determine where this is?
It's either at the Grand America. It's likely at the Grand America, I'm guessing.
Clay.
It's a Grand America.
Yeah.
You know what? America isn't that grand when you play there. You know what I mean? That's the opposite, Clay, right? It's more
And
like substandard.
I'd probably know 100 people in this audience, and they're all whack. Sorry. No, this is on the air.
This is live, baby, from Vegas, Red Rock,
this
Nevada.
is the who's who of the Utah Republican Party. It's pretty funny.
I don't know anybody there.
Yeah, right. You don't know one there. But just like the God, I can't believe. Wow.
Oh, me up in the air? Could you believe? Like,
I went to. I'll say this. It's fascinating to me this whole like the way, because we're in a presidential election year, and kind of this weird like watch, because Trump and Mormonism has always been this interesting dance and where people fall. And like I'm a firm believer that Cox only endorsed Trump because it's an election year. He wouldn't have done it before. He only did it because he's not as great. He's not as on his principles as someone like Mitt or Flake or the mayor of Mesa. But it's pretty wild. Like I went and visited my girlfriend's mom and stepfather up in Rexburg. Very Mormon.
That's
very
BYU.
Sweet, very sweet Mormon family, or Mormon aging.
Did they accept a husky into their family tribe?
They just had a Trump flag, in their living room, and he said so sweetly, like, "Are you a Democrat?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I saw your Trump flag. Do you want to talk about it?" Anyway, it's just interesting to watch I just am surprised more Mormons don't go the way of the Mitt Romney, but like he went from the darling to the outsider in the space of a decade. It's kind of wild.
Pretty gross.
And then here you have the Killers, crowd surfing a Trumper. It's all good.
By the way, this video is going to get a lot more mileage out of Polyester Blend.
I want to know the real story is because the Killers. They don't give a shit about politics. When it all comes down to it, they're business dudes. I want to know how much they got paid.
That's it, Clay. I find that so fascinating. Like, these are business choices, guys. These are business choices. Like, what?
They got paid at least $100,000 to play that show.
You know what's funny? Like back during Huntsman years, he told me once that he had the Killers booked to play his gala, but then he got that nomination. And so they couldn't do the fundraising, so they had to cancel the gala. So they are not above doing a governor's gala and bouncing.
No. Listen, they say it in the name, Girk. They're Mr. Brightside, the side of money, reflecting off the sun. We like the bright.
That looks like a weird dummy. That looks like a dummy of Spencer.
Oh no, like I said, Clay, we're gonna get more mileage out of this video. 230 views, barely kicking our ass. Not that bad. Not that bad.
Only 230 views.
That's what I'm saying, Clay. From BYU
We need to get those
Universe.
numbers up on this video.
Oh,
This is amazing.
we're downloading the shit out of it. People, polyester blend. We say Ordah.
Poly
That was
blend.
my big wada of the week, right
That's
there.
very
That
good,
was-
Clay. Very good.
I texted the polyester blend thread. I was like, Ordah for sure.
All right, Clay. Everyone here. We're going to do a couple more things here tonight. We're going to do our first music break, Clay. First music break. You, my friend, had it right on of what the music theme is, and of course, you should explain it now.
Minnesota songs.
And why is that,
Getting
Clay?
Tim Waltz pumped up for his debate tomorrow. Minnesota songs. Oh, I didn't put it in the chat. You want me to just say
I got
mine
one.
is?
I got one right now. You put it in the chat for the next one. I've got one literally called Minnesota from a great band I love called the Courtneys. And it's a song about Minnesota. It's only, we're going to play 3 minutes and 30 seconds of it. We come back. We've got a new segment, Clay. Rarely do we have a new segment on Polyester Blend, but well, that's not true. I do them all the time. But this time, I was trying to, I hope we had Bradford. I hope we had everyone, but we're going to get enough. If you're watching right now on YouTube, the Zoom link is at the top. Join the Zoom. Be a part of this. Clay, road trip snacks. Road trip snacks. I need your thoughts, Clay. Okay?
Okay.
So get ready for that. And then after that, we
You mean
got
like besides center console beers?
well, that's what
Just
I'm,
kidding.
buddy. I want to hear the whole thing. I want to know
kidding.
what the
I'm
people,
kidding. It's not. There's no center.
those
console.
Rexburg grandparents aren't going to love you that much. The other thing, Clay, is after that, we got a wiki music game because I didn't know how long things would take or what's going on. We got a beautiful wiki music game here tonight. Fun
Beautiful.
and merriment left going on. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We're just going to do a quick music break. The Courtneys, Minnesota is the name of the song. We'll be right back. Polyester Blend.
So
Courtney's on Polyester Blend. I love them. The whole album is fantastic. Check it out.
Poly Blend.
I'd be remiss if I didn't have Clayton join me in the discussion lounge here at Red Rock Casino on Polyester Blend. On the Road Part 2. Clay, we're back in the discussion lounge. Behind me,
This life you lead, man.
it's not, buddy. It's, you do it too. It's just been, like I said, we started out a week ago Thursday. So in 2 days, it'll be 2 weeks ago. Oh, no, that's not true at all. It's only been a week and a couple days because it was Saturday, Caliente, through the West Desert, and then eventually to Vegas, then to San Luis Obispo, back through the Mojave. But you know what's been fun, Clay, is seeing Salt Lake, the West Des, to the Mojave into California ocean, and just seeing that geography, how it plays out, going from Bakersfield, where America eats, you know what I mean, Clay, where all the food's made, all the produce.
The almonds.
Back to Mojave, where it was like, Steph and I played this game of last time you see a Joshua tree. So like you're like going from Mojave and like, when's the last time we'll see a Joshua tree? And it was like
right before you enter the Virgin River Gorge.
Well, this is the other way towards California. Sorry. Towards California.
Down Calhoun Pass.
Yeah, and then down into the Mojave. So anyway, into Bakersfield. Clay, things I wanted to bring up with you before I move on to the next segment. You're a fan of Ichabod's, a wonderful diner.
Tell me nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed. It's very Trump.
Good,
it's very.
good.
But Clay, I was trying to think like, why Ichabod's the name? Like, was the owner?
It's very Trump.
But like, it is very Trump. Yeah, there's Trump shit all over inside of there.
No, really, that's too bad.
But Clay, why do you think? What leads someone is that like they're horror fans, they're literary fans. Like, why Ichabod's? Why now? You know what I mean, Clay?
I haven't asked that, but I bet you it's not on its first owner.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
But since '87,
I think there's been a few owners. What's that?
Since '87 is what I think they say.
Yeah, I think there's probably been a few owners since '87.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Clay.
Well, let's look. I'm just looking while we're talking. I'm just looking up if I can find a little history.
By the way, we have producer Rob here. Producer Rob, how are you, bud?
Yeah, just great.
Just joined the show, Rob. Thanks for being here. We're all over the place.
Apparently, there's a famous Ichabod's bar in London. It might be named after that.
Oh. Clay, if you can go ahead and do some
Mm-hmm.
research on that, we'd appreciate that because, I mean, it's just one of the best places.
It's just such a low. I mean, it's really one of the. I don't know how many of those kind of places are left in Vegas. There's not a lot.
That's it, Clay. It just is.
There used to be a lot more, but they have slowly turned into Dottie's.
That's a
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I totally know what you mean because
Yeah. There used to be Big Dogs by my house. Then it's now a Dottie's, and it's just boring. Big Dogs was crazy.
And that's the thing, Clay, is like it's like actually the food is pretty fucking good and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It just is one of the
They treat their people right.
Absolutely. And look at that. Clay, I noticed that you can get your food put on a holder at the bar. Like they have a special thing that will attach to the bar that you can put on and it will hold your food. Just absolutely. And the music. People,
Yeah, the music's good.
first ever time on Polyester Blend before we get to Wiki Music Game and a little sports roundup. We'll end that way. Clay.
Looks like it's named after Ichabod Crane. No surprise there.
Well, it's got the Ichabod on the front.
Yeah,
you know. Everything is the headless horseman. But it's just funny to me, like, come and eat where there's a guy with no
the
head.
portions, the size of the
Look at
beverages.
that. I remember. Yeah, we can always get into that. Clay, everyone here, it's time. We must get
The
to
median age of the clientele. Just kidding.
new segment on Poly. And by the way, Clay, let's take a look. There's the toilet where I just peed. But here, Clay, let's get a sense of the room at Red Rock, Clay. I mean, it's just one of the best. I mean, it's just one of the the best situations. Got the king room.
Is your partner gambling right now?
No,
Is she,
partner had to
left-
go
left?
back, had to go work, and I was able
just doing his thing.
just doing my beautiful. Look at this, guys. I got a table set up. I got all the things set up.
Amazing.
So we got it all set up.
It's amazing.
Buddy, it's been so fun to do this on the road. In fact, it's inspired this next segment. Clay, just humor me for a second. Let's see where this goes. We've never done this before. Road trip snacks, Clay. That's right. Because I've been on the road for a while, I keep on going, wait, what does everyone else get when they're on the road? Like, what do you, like, what's your go-to? And that's why we have several categories. I'll go through them. I want to hear what all of you have to say. In fact, some of you have made images of. So Clay, Ryan, Gerke, all of you. I have Jeremy and all this, but Jeremy's in Europe. But I'm going to have Ryan's picks, okay? Ryan's picks. What does Ryan Schlegel want? We will look at these. We will
almost thought that was Bradford for a
I know.
second there.
We got Clay's picks. I mean, he loves treats. We love to see the Clayton treats.
Where
we
did
love
you
to
get that fucking picture?
It's called A. We got Gerke's picks. Gerke's picks.
Wait, how do you create these images?
It's the modern age of AI, my
This
friend.
is AI?
This is
AI is doing this?
This is Ryan's not here, but that's him drinking milk. Jeremy's not here, but this one was the scariest. Look, it's his mouth inside of the popcorn. Look at his teeth. But producer Rob, you're here. You can make picks. We got you with some noodles.
That's what I look like. That's exactly what I look like.
So people, I am asking here tonight, we're going to go through several categories. We want to hear what all of you choose when it comes to it. So again, it's about what you find yourself always going to. You know what I mean, Clay? Like, yeah, of course I could try this, but I find myself on a road trip always getting this. We start off with the first category. I'll get things going. We're doing drinks to start off with. Drinks, okay? Yeah. What does Ryan Schlegel always get besides a big old wad of fries?
So fucking
Besides
weird.
a big old wad of fries that he just eats up. I'm going to say number one drink, and this is pretty boring, but at the same time, I want to know if everyone else does the same thing, Clay. It's just got to be coffee. It's got to be coffee, Clay. It's just got to be like, fill me up 16 ounce, 32 ounce. That's the beverage I have. I usually have a water bottle I take from home, Clay, but coffee is going to be my entry into what the road trip snack for Ryan Schlegel is. Next up is Clay. Clay, what's your entry for drink?
Okay, I'm not allowed to do coffee as well.
You absolutely. That's why you can.
Well, I mean, it's obviously coffee, but like,
it's coffee for you too. It's coffee for you too. This is not a one picker. That's it. I want to hear. I want to hear if everyone's doing the same thing or.
So I do not drink energy drinks.
That's my question.
But I do not drink energy drinks, but I always have one in the glove box on a road trip in an emergency.
Wait a minute. This is exactly why I'm asking this question. You fucking sick bastard. Is it there?
I toss a Red Bull in the glove box.
Do you buy it before the trip or on the trip, or is it always in there?
Like I'll stop at the Chevron. Like typically a road trip for me is down to Vegas. If I'm driving to Vegas, I think there's any chance I'll get tired. I'll go to Chevron, I'll buy a coffee, and I'll buy a giant Red Bull and put it in the glove box.
Okay, see, this is why I'm asking this question. This is why I'm asking giant Red Bull. Because, Clay, this is what we want.
And that's like open in case of emergency. There's been plenty of road trips where I didn't drink the Red Bull.
So what do you do
if you...
Now, Vegas gets to 150,000 degrees, Clay. If you don't drink
my car is refrigerated. I'll take it out of the I'll take it out and put it in the refrigerator in my destination.
Have you ever forgot that Red Bull?
Of course.
Now, what do you do with that Red Bull? Do you have to finish it before the end of the road trip, or do you just put it in the fridge for some other time?
I mean, typically it gets cracked before the end of the trip.
Before
on a departure from Vegas on a Sunday, dude, you need a Red
You need a Red
You need to
Bull.
use all the things.
This is why. Okay, I was hoping this would lead to interesting answers, and so far so good. Next one goes to our good friend Robert Gerke. Robert Gerke, your road trip drink of choice. There you are with a burger, by the way.
Besides that hamburger that
And look at your
somebody is apparently feeding me because the thumbs are on the wrong side.
Look at your beard too, your goatee shit, dude.
That's amazing.
That's so dope. Gurk, you're on the road, Gurk. You stop
like
for a drink.
It's like a fucked up version of Gurky.
Dude,
really
AI
weird.
is fucking weird, guys.
I think I usually start. You fill up, get gas right, and then you get the coffee. But after that, I'm usually, if you have a little stop on along the way, usually like a Colt 45 malt liquor.
He's not lying.
And then if you have to stop to pee because those are like 40-ounce things.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Just a straight ahead full strength Dr. Pepper.
Oh, fucking. So this is what I also wanted to know. Who are my soda motherfuckers? So you're getting a Dr. Pep, and we're talking what size? What size Dr. Pep?
And you don't drink soda. It's like me, right? You don't drink soda often, do you?
I'll drink soda occasionally.
See,
but
we're learning stuff about our friends.
But I usually drink diet soda. But when I'm on a road trip, I splurge and go for the extra sugar. I'll usually get. The 32 ounce just doesn't feel like it cuts it. I usually go the 44 ounce.
44 ounces to freedom is what Gurky says. Wow. See, we're learning stuff about our friends. That's why because I was like, I always get coffee and I get water, and I'm not saying above it. Like this trip, I've gotten random weird, like Starbucks espresso, the cans, like energy drinks, right? Like just, I want espresso flavors. So I got those. That's why I want to know what people get. Producer Rob.
I feel like they have so much sugar in them.
It doesn't
like,
matter if it's in a can at a convenience store. Probably not good. Producer Rob, you have yet to wear a shirt in 2024. We're almost done with the year, but here we are. Producer Rob, what do you do when you're at a convenience store? What's the drink you get?
It's pretty consistently just black coffee, but occasionally I'll go for the lime cucumber Gatorade.
Whoa. Is this even on your guys? Clay, is this on your radar?
Gatorade? No.
Consistently
not on my radar.
Unbelievable. Now, Rob, I've been on a lot of road trips with you. I feel like lime cucumber is you reaching. You know what I mean? And I respect it. But am I fair to say that? Like, it's usually just black coffee. I mean,
it's usually just black coffee, but it depends on what. If it's a real road trip, and I'm gonna put some hours down.
Yeah. He's exploring that alternate. I think
want some electrolytes.
I think we're all saying that coffee is number one, but there's a backup. The magic.
That's what I like, the backup, and I love the backup.
You can't drink coffee nonstop on a road trip, or else you're gonna have to stop.
Right.
And it gets things moving. But I think the Gatorade's smart too, because like sometimes you have a lot of salty snacks, and we'll get into that, I'm sure.
Oh, we will.
Was that a good segue, Schlegs?
Girk, you're fucking learning, my man. Just like you learned how to eat that burger with your thing. I'm just gonna throw not Rob's pick, but mine. I'm just gonna, to be fair to you guys, ginger ale. Fucking
eating the burger like this.
The ginger ale. The ginger ale is what I need on the road trip, just like on the trip of on an airplane, like a big old airplane. All right, next one, the next category here. We only have we got a couple more here. We'll go through them. I'll go first to try to get the brains going, as they say. It's just a snack, guys. Snack, classic snack, right? You're right. It's time for something, right? You got it's not a meal, it's a snack. And I'm going to give you two entries because I feel this is my consistent choices. I'm trying to be honest with you guys. Okay, I'm not trying to shit you. And that is why I go with almonds. Any one of those flavors. Any one of those like garbage flavors. Okay, wasabi, smokehouse, Thai pep, whatever.
Lime chili.
And then I'm going to do Mav Mini tacos. That's right.
Ooh.
This is consistently my snack on the road, people. I'm gonna get.
I used to do this until they started printing the calories on the packaging.
Well,
I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
The calories printed all over my shirt all day long. Clay, this is, if I'm going to be honest, almonds, any one of those almonds, mini tacos.
This is really the moment of truth because you can admit, like, it really depends on like what my husk situation is like. Like, am I on a diet? Am I letting it rip? Am I hungover? I'm driving back from Vegas. You know, if I'm let's just say I'm hungover driving back from Vegas. Let's just do that because this is going to be.
I'm asking for the most consistent snack.
There is no consistency. It really depends on my state.
Okay, list the. If you run out of consistent snacks after 3, I'm blown away. List 3. We want to hear them. The people want to know. Clay, what's the snack?
Gardetto's special request rye chips.
Oh, I love the rye chips. Those are so good.
And just like salt and oil in your fucking face.
So good. Next one, Clay.
I would go shit. Like oh god, boring. Trail mix.
Loser.
A trail mix of some sort. I know, it's so boring. And then, you know what? Let's go back to something exciting. Pork rinds.
Whoa, and that's real. You're not joking around right now.
No, dude. You ever had a pork rind? They're fucking delicious.
Is that right? RINDS?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
You asked for 3.
I need to. Well, I asked for 3.
I never eat pork rinds.
Could you go? Wait.
In my real life.
I did
ask
ask
on a road trip. I'll toss them up.
I did ask for 3, Clay. Could you go more?
Well, that's 3. Oh, another one?
Could you, or do you feel like you're making up shit at that point?
No,
I'm asking for consistent snacks, baby.
Well, you can't go like this. In-N-Out burger counts as snack.
That's what we'll get to meals. We'll get the meals.
Okay, so there's 3 snacks right there. The rye chips being the number 1.
Those rye chips. I always used to take them out of the bag when they were by them. Like,
well, you know, when they started making just the special, it was called special request, just the rye chips.
What was it? Your request? Did you request that?
I thought that at one point in my life I was smoking so much pot in college. I thought that I sent enough.
Dear Gardettos.
I thought I sent enough energy out in the universe that they picked up special requests just by telepathy.
We're learning. Next.
But I tell you, it's like one of those things. Be careful what you wish for because you cannot make it through an entire bag of rye chips. That's just disgusting.
It's too much oil. But I agree with you. I agree with you. Gurk, the burger.
Well, those first 15 are freaking gold.
The burger, goatee man himself. Gurk, your go-to road trip snacks.
So this one's not that hard for me. It's sunflower seeds.
Oh,
usually either black pepper or dill.
Whoa.
Because
not classic.
I'm a bit of a snoozer when I start get behind the wheel on a road trip, which is not a good thing to be.
Yeah, it keeps you going.
You put a bag of sunflower seeds in me, and I can go for 14 hours at a time.
A snoozer, yet you get the most snooze snack, and then you keep going.
You know, I like that too. Can I ask you really quick about your sunflower method? Are you a wad chewer? Are you an individual separator spit out? What are you looking at there?
No. I put maybe 25 right there in the corner.
Oh, you chew like tobacco.
And then move them over, spit them out. Move them over, spit it out. Move it over, spit it out.
Okay.
And that's why it keeps me awake, because it's like it keeps you doing something.
Meticulous. I said meticulous. You got a method. That's good.
Yeah. But sometimes if it's a real long road trip, one side of your mouth gets like rubbed raw, like it's the thighs on a Tour de France cyclist. And so you got to go over to the other side. And
not to mention the amount of salt going into your soft tissue there.
Well, that's why I usually go to the Dr. Pepper, because you need something to kind of, offset the salt.
Sweet and savory.
Yep.
Rob, oh wait, sorry, is that it, Gurk? You got sunflower. That can't be it. That can't be it for consistent snack.
No, I mean, number 2 is red vines.
Hold it for
Well, that's a snack, isn't it?
I'm gonna put that under.
If it,
You know what? You're right. You're right.
if it's not a snack,
I got
my
treat.
next
I
one-
got treat coming up.
Okay. Oh well. Okay. Well, let's take that off because I really don't do other treats.
Yeah.
So take red vines off, and we'll go with the smart food, cheddar popcorn.
That's good stuff.
It's cracked. I can't. You open a bag and it's just like disappears. It's gone. So
Girk, Clay, do you fuck around with the cheddar popcorn?
No.
Producer Rob, do you fuck around with cheddar popcorn?
I mean, if it's in front of me, yeah. I don't pursue
I would
it.
need that. I would need that 50-50 cheddar caramel mix.
no, nobody eats that.
What about this
Yeah,
pirate?
that's sweet and savory, baby.
This
You need that
pirate
sweet and
booty.
savory.
This pirate booty business, right?
That's
Is
it. That
Pirate booties for babies.
That 50-50 mix is like a special request done by some college student. It's way too high.
No, there's a Chicago company that makes the 50-50, dude. It's like gourmet popcorn. It's really good.
There's a company in every state that makes 50-50 popcorn.
No, but there's a famous. There's a
that is a nationwide common local racket.
God damn you!
It was like a merger of two families, two popcorn families, and they married into each other. And then, like, yeah. And my third one. Do I get a third one? Or is that it?
But it has to be what you actually consistently get. So tell me.
So I often get the cheddar sour cream chips, but I'm not going there. I'm not going there because those they make me sick. They make me gassy. So I'm not going.
So next time I go on a road trip with Gurky, just take note. Okay, cool.
Well, if he goes for the cheddar, then watch out. His bowels are going to just drop all over the floor.
Dude, one of the best snacks ever is the munchies.
I had some on my latest road trip. The
cheddar
spicy,
munchies,
not the spicy munchies.
Now
I get the cheddar ones that have the nacho.
Did we
cheese
talk?
munchies.
I feel like we talked because
they've got pretzels, they've got Doritos, they've got Cheetos.
Oh yeah, this is the new thing, Rob. I feel like growing up, I didn't know about this, or maybe I'm wrong. Does everyone remember this, or I don't remember this? Munchies.
I don't remember it.
That's new weird shit.
It's new weird shit.
It's new within like the last 15 years. I would have thought you guys maybe
brand new.
Yeah, 15 years, dog.
And you know what's so good about we used to make what we called trailer park trail mix, and it was basically
meth in this.
Yeah, it was. then they stole the idea out from under us. Oh yeah, it's got sun chips in it. Oh,
It
sun
does
chips
look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I bet there's rye chips in that, Clay.
It
Oh yeah. No red chips.
But
it's got Cheetos. It's got knockoff Doritos.
Clay, could we just take a loaf of Clay? Could we take a loaf of rye bread and just like put as much butter?
Can you make rye chips? That would be
just-
interesting. Can you? I wonder if I can make rye chips in my fryer.
That's what I'm just like a shit ton of butter and just like fry it, right? Isn't that there? Anyway, we're at snacks. We must keep going. Rob, producer Rob, Gurky's divulged that he's sitting around just eating sunflower seeds, cheddar popcorn, and munchies. What would you do, producer Rob?
And we're saving sweeter things for later.
We've got treats. All we have left is meal and treats.
Okay. I would say then most consistently not sweet things that I get on the road are the little snack pickles.
Oh, I
the
love
like
those.
pre-sliced snack pickle, those little
Yes.
bags, things you can get in a bag.
Bags.
Love those.
Love those.
And I think the wasabi almonds.
Again, you're with me on the almonds. But the wasabi, do you fuck around with any other almonds or just the wasabi?
I mean, if I'm feeling super almondy, maybe I'll get a smokehouse to supplement.
I'm just telling you, those almonds are so tasty.
They're very good.
Kirk, Clay, you two have not done almonds. Rob and I just the only ones doing the almonds?
Well, I'll do smoked almonds all day.
We must do this then, people. The next before we've got two left before we end this amazing bit, this new bit on Polyester Blend called Snack Trip, Road Trip Snack Picks. I'm going to throw myself back out there in the midst of the hellscape that's about to happen. Meals. I've got two options for meals. We're talking, it's time to eat, gents. We're not at our destination. We have to have a meal on the road. And we're just being honest with ourselves. I'm going to give you two options. Mav,
Jeremy's not here, so
I know, and I'm not doing this on purpose. Mav, dog of sorts, or Sammy, or Rap. I mean, I'm telling you, the Mavverse takes me where I want to go. I could get a dog. I could get a Sammy. I can get a Rap. It takes me where I want to go. People, the Maverick universe, that is why I'm a proud member. The controversial pick, I'm going to give you exactly what the controversial pick of Ryan Schlegel's. It's McDonald's. McDonald's. I'm going to lay it out for you right now. Small fry. 4-piece chicken nugs. Honey mustard. Quarter pounder.
Oh wow, it just keeps going.
Cheese. It's easy. I'm vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. These are my meal choices on the road. Mav, dog of sorts, Sammy, or Rap. Or I go over to that McDonald's and get a small fry, 4-piece chicken nug, honey mustard, quarter pounder of cheese. I let myself be vulnerable, Clay. Okay? I let myself be vulnerable. And you're gonna shit on me for this.
But no, I'm not gonna shit on you for this. But it's so dependent on where you are.
No place to eat on the road. That is what we're doing here. Road trip, snack, meals. Clay, do
you hold on to St. George so you have more options, or you just like
Clay? This is where I ask you. We're almost here at the end of these questions. With the spotlight on you.
If I'm hungry on the trip,
Clay, most consistent road trip meals. Most consistent.
In and out, double. Protein style, animal style, whole grilled onion.
All sorts of BS. I love the animal style. I love it. Okay,
Taco Bell, bean burrito, extra red sauce, sour cream.
Wait a minute.
Kirky's in like a shame spiral right now.
I just see myself out in the wilderness somewhere, like pulled over on the side of the road, hanging my ass out because it's like I just ate Taco Bell and on a road trip.
Clay, I know a lot of my
we're
friends.
talking about in a pinch. I think Taco Bell is more reliable than a rural Taco Time.
Or Del Taco or something like this.
I just think it's more reliable. I think Taco Bell, especially in rural settings, is more reliable. I've had some food poisoning issues in Taco Time. Or
this
Del Taco.
Is where controversy creates conversation.
Okay, so Taco Bell bean and cheese burrito. This dude's, God damn you! Yeah, I thought we were about being vulnerable.
No, we are being vulnerable. We are. No,
okay,
you're right. You're right. That's unfair.
Yeah, it's really fucking unfair. And then I'm trying to think like, shit, man. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hold out for In-N-Out. I'm not gonna go to McDonald's. I'm not gonna go to Wendy's. I'm not going to.
And that is, I mean, again, it's more consistency. You go to Vegas more. You go to places where In-N-Out is. Not all of us can go to In-N-Out. We're not as royalty as you.
Let's see. Final one.
Do you have more? Is this what's your three?
Beaver taco.
Beaver taco is great. That's a showing off pick. That's like a real.
That's it.
That's real food. Wow, Gurky.
If I don't have access to Beaver taco, though, I'll go to Taco Bell.
I've heard you've gone stretches without access to that. Gurky.
Whatever, man.
Gurky meals. We know you love burgers from the goatee dripping with burger sauce. Gurk, what would you pick for your road trip meals? Most consistent.
Usually I just store the meals right there in the goatee. Yeah, here's the thing, and you're gonna call bullshit on this. I don't really eat meals when I'm
fuck
on a road
yourself.
trip.
Oh, it's like he doesn't poop when he camps. See that?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Like, I don't do that.
Well, because I'm a snoozer, and if I have a big meal, I'm gonna get sleepy. Like if I have a turkey dinner, I'm not gonna.
Well, first of all, I've learned something about like, all right, let's go camping with Gurk. Has to be within 3 miles of where I am right now because he's gonna kill us.
I have driven my friend's car off the road.
No, okay, all right. That's not right. Listen, we all understand lack of sleep leads to this thing. We're gonna all right.
Yeah. Well, no, I've fallen asleep driving to West Valley. Like,
have you ever? I mean, it's a boring road. Gurky, if you were to have one meal, are we just going to say no? We're just going to say no meal. No meal. Are we? Is that your entry?
No. I'll go. I'll get the Wendy's biggie bag.
Yeah.
Biggie bag.
It has like you were saying. It's got the junior bacon cheeseburger. Got the nugs. Got the fries. Got a frosty. That's all you need in life, really.
I'll take
I'll
that.
do that, and I'll go to the Green River Taco Cart.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. And then no, that's pretty much it.
That's it. We're not going cool places to go. We're going consistent. Producer Rob, the people are itching to know what you get on the road as a meal. Producer Rob, the people must know.
Yeah, I got a list. I think the most consistent is gas stations, usually in app.
Yep.
I'll just get whatever is the littlest dog they got, but I'll smother it in nacho cheese, and then I'll grab a few pickled jalapenos to throw on there.
Rob is like a road trip maniac.
Because I love him so much. This is why I love
I'm really
him.
loving it. I'm loving it. The pickles.
Yeah. If it's a drive-through situation, I like a Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah. Love it.
Yep. And if it's a breakfast drive-through situation,
do you see what he's coming with, you guys? Do you see what he's doing?
then McDonald's McMuffin and hash browns. All the times I eat any of those things.
Well, sure. I mean, that's inferred, right? I mean, like, I'm not wailing on breakfast. I'm not wailing on Taco Bell. Okay, you know.
I don't know.
Routinely.
I don't know.
I just don't
Clay.
know why this dude is fucked and this is like praised. I don't understand.
I mean, he bared
this
his
is also
soul.
fucked.
He bared his soul. He bared it.
I
He
told
fucking
you
came to the
burrito with
altar.
extra sour
He came
cream.
to the altar of admission, where you were like, I don't know. No, Rob was like, this is me. And we hear it, Rob, and we love it. Clay, you have one final opportunity.
I come here to be abused, apparently.
Rob,
What's up?
Clay, you have one final. This is not
To do what?
To admit who you truly are, and that's to tell me what treats you like, you bastard. Clay, you finally have to admit to the people of the world, what do you want in a treat, you little fucking liar?
Your mom.
Man.
No, you mean like it's got to be sweet?
It's got to be sweet. It's a treat. Or you could, or you could argue your way through. You're like, this is my treat. This is what my treat is.
Okay, I'm gonna paint you a picture.
Love this.
If he says edamame, I'm gonna punch him in the groin.
No, I'm hung over driving back from Vegas, and I'm just feeling like a sad sack of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to the AM/PM and I will grab an apple fritter.
Okay, so this is divulging.
I mean, this is just the depths. Just gross.
Wow.
Peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
Peanut M&Ms.
See, we're just learning stuff about our friends.
Peanut M&Ms are like, they feel like you're not a complete piece of shit because there's a peanut in there.
Right. There's some sort of thing.
Yeah. And then also like under that same guise, it's like a Snickers. It feels like it's not just a straight up candy bar, but it actually is. So I'd say those three. Those three are my like.
That's your truth. You're being truthful.
I'm in a dark spot. If I'm picking those three things up and I'm in a road trip with you, I'm in a dark spot. That's like, remember like one of the times we woke up late to go to that river trip for my birthday?
Do I?
Like, I'll
remember?
grab an.
You remember?
I'll grab an apple
you
fritter.
Remember?
I'll grab an apple fritter and a pack of cigs.
My fucking Marlboro Reds is my treat.
Yeah, Marlboro Reds and an apple fritter.
I'm gonna say I'm a simple man. The drumsticks. The drumsticks. The you know what I mean? Like the what you know, like the
cone, dude, those are
those are
intense, dude.
Why are they intense? I think they're just very normal.
Check that a nutritional value, bro.
I mean, have you talked to me, bud? Have you talked to me? I love it. I love to hear it. I love to hear
one of those for breakfast 2 weeks ago.
That's my boy. Gurk, the burger boy. Gurk the burger boy. What's your treat? Red vines. Red vines.
There was a spoiler. Yeah, red vines are the way I go. Not Twizzlers. Anybody who eats Twizzlers is a sick son of a bitch. And then gummy bears. Or not, gummy worms. Sorry.
Gummy worms. So you're a candy man. And we're not talking don't look into the mirror. You are a straight up candy bitch. I mean, Clay, your thoughts?
There's also like if I'm really feeling it, if I'm really feeling feisty, I guess those like Nerds clusters. I don't know if you've had those.
We had a conversation.
Damn, that sounds intense.
Steph
they're
and
like, they're like little licorice centers with nerds.
Steph and I had a conversation. I love nerds, but then she was like, I didn't like nerds. I like nerd clusters. Clusters. Rob, you've heard what these bastards have admitted to the world. Like an AA meeting, they've gone and said, my name is Girk and I have a problem. I love nerd clusters. Rob, what do you have to say?
I'll start out with Hostess donuts, crumb or powdered sugar.
Those are good.
All right, you guys just need to get a room and start eating these snacks together. Jesus Christ.
Easy, Clay. We can't all be at the AMP trying to get some marbles.
I'll throw a Clayton about. I'll second his Snickers.
Yeah, there you go. Finally. Snickers train. So do you also eat it because it feels like you're not just eating sugar?
It's a little bit like I'm tricking myself, like I'm eating real food.
Yeah. I think that's why it satisfies.
Is that it, Rob?
Satisfies you.
I think my final is my curveball. It'll be like a Starbucks Frappuccino.
It is kind of like a meal. It's a liquid meal.
Those nasty, sugary, sweet little things.
You get it like frozen with the frozen and ground up.
No, you buy it. It's like $3 for 8 ounces.
Oh, in the bottle. In the bottle.
In a little glass bottle.
People.
Yeah, just enough sugar to fire you up.
This segment went exactly what I wanted. We learned things about our friends. We learned things about ourselves. This is exactly what I wanted. I have a new segment here on Polyester Berlin. Road trip snack picks. An amazing journey through all of your favorite friends. Producer Rob, Ryan Schlegel, Clayton Scrivener, Robert Gerke, and then next week, you guys, can't wait to hear from Ryan Bradford, who loves milk. Can't wait to hear from Jeremy Matthews, whose teeth are the box of popcorn. AI, man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up shit. We will be back next week with more Road Trick Snacks because I want to hear what they have to say. But we're not done here tonight.
Polyblend.
You guys want to do a music break and then a wiki game and we call it quits after that, Clay?
Sure. Sounds good.
I thought I was going to get a shot to beat Clayton in City's quiz.
Well, guys, when our good friend Ryan couldn't make it tonight with literally less than an hour. I was like, shit. Should I try to do a cities quiz? I came up with 3 questions. I'm proud of myself. But then I was like, I'm doing a disservice to what we will do next week on Utah Cities Quiz. So
right, and you wouldn't want it to be worth 12 points when he's not here. That would be
I
unfair.
was going to do Gurky. There was a moment I was like, 1 question for Girk, and if he gets it wrong, he gets 400 points for Ryan, or Clay gets minus 200. But then I was like, you know what? Clay will complain, and we don't want Clay to complain. Clay, I don't want to complain because I love your music choice for the next entry into Minnesota songs, Clay, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, we could probably rattle off all the Minnesota things we're gonna do. Courtney's was a curveball. Of course, it would be the Replacements, or some kind of Prince thing. Maybe something off Purple Snow could get played tonight.
Clay, I have 7 off of them, and I was like, wait, Clay and I are just going to do Purple Snow. That's all we're going to do.
We could do Purple Snow. Purple Snow is a Polyester Blend classic. But I'll do Husker Du,
Wait, what song from Husker? Sorry, I'm trying to put
it makes no sense at all. Now, we'll send it out to JD Vance.
We love it, Clay. We're going to play 1 song set. We're going to play 4 minutes. We come back with Wiki Music Game, and we say goodbye to our road trip, Polyester Blend, and get ready for next week. Polyester Blend, so glad you're here. Minnesota songs. Of course we're playing that because tomorrow is a thing. I don't know, Clay. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. Clay. Yeesh almighty. All right, we'll talk about that after we come back. Wiki Music Game, a different pick for the Wiki Music Game, but you'll see what makes sense of it. 4 minutes, we'll be back. Polyester Blend, thanks for being here.
Walking around with your head in the clouds, it makes no sense at all. So you're so short, but you're walking so tall, it makes no sense at all. Is it important to yelling so loud, it makes no sense at all. Walking around with your head in the clouds makes no difference at all. Yeah, it makes no sense at all. Makes no difference at all. Well, I don't know why you wanna tell me when I'm right or when I'm wrong. It's the same thing in your mind. The only time I'm right is when I play along. When I play along. Walking around with your head in the clouds, it makes no sense at all. So you're so short, but you're walking so tall, it makes no sense at all. Is it important you're yelling so loud, it makes no sense at all. Walking around with your head in the clouds makes no difference at all. Yeah, it makes no sense at all. Makes no difference at all. Well, you concern yourself with evidence. It's evident to me. When you say you've got the tiger by the tail, but I don't see these things that way. See these things that way. Walking around with your head in the clouds, it makes no sense at all. So you're so short, but you're walking so tall, it makes no sense at all. Is it important you're yelling so loud, it makes no sense at all. Walking around with your head in the clouds makes no difference at all. Yeah, makes no sense at all. Makes no difference at all. Walking around with your head in the clouds, it makes no sense at all.
Did I have the Naked Gun where you could all hear me pee moment?
Well, I could hear sounds, but I couldn't hear you pee.
Oh. You know who's great, Clay?
Husker Du?
Husker Du.
I know, I'm sorry, Gurky. I did not put any Soul Asylum on my picks tonight. I know you're a huge fan.
That's funny because I
Bobby
was
Bland.
just gonna say like I was really disappointed that nobody picked Soul Asylum for their Minnesota music. So
Oh shit!
I thought about it, but you really
headlining
kind of.
Urban Lounge of all places, so they get the
Huh?
second smallest venue in Salt Lake City.
When is that? I might just go to that for sure.
Tomorrow
Curiosity.
night, like
I can't make it.
And they were selling tickets 2 for 1, so it was like I was like, yeah, I think I would pay $15 to go see Soul Asylum.
Well, Phosphorescent is playing also tomorrow night, and that kind of is in their same age bracket. But there's not a lot of people in their 40s and 50s that are willing to go out on a Wednesday night.
No. And you know what? Now I just look at it. It would have to be an
Phosphorescent is playing at Metro Music Hall. Isn't that where you said they were originally booked?
Complex. They were originally booked at Complex.
Okay.
I saw the War on Drugs in National last night. That was a show.
Whoa!
That looked like a good
I
show.
want to hear about that. Hold on.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. First show I've been to at Granary.
I heard that War on Drugs did a Warren Zevon cover. Is that true?
I don't catch that. So, but they might have. I mean, a lot of their songs sound like they're covers of people from days gone by. Anyway, hi. Am I in the lounge?
You're in the lounge. You're in the hangout lounge because, gentlemen, unfortunately I looked, and because I panicked and tried making a Utah Cities quiz, I forgot to actually add the Wikipedia music game images into the show. So we can save it for next time, next Monday, because we'll have tons of fun. I mean, we could do it audio, but I like the visuals of it. You know what I mean, Clay? Where you guys can see. It literally have none of it, so it's all gone. But you know what, Clay? I think maybe it's more appropriate for the final little bits of the show. We were in the Limp Bizkit crew, really, in the hangout discussion lounge of Red Rock. It's been an abridged show, Clay. All sorts of things going on. We'll be back next. Are you around next week, right, Clay? Is that true or false?
I am around. Oh, wait. Yeah, I am around next week. The following week is fall break, so that will be.
And I think that we're all at Ryan's birthday bash in Vegas. So I actually think that Monday. I was thinking about even doing a Tuesday show, but if you're gone the whole week, maybe we do the show every week. We can push it.
I'll be back. I'll be back Tuesday night or something like that.
So maybe we'll do a Tuesday night show that week. Clay, some things I wanted to bring up just to be interest to you, my friend. Last time you went to a stadium show, Clay. Last time you went to a show at a stadium.
Not an arena, a stadium.
Well, I'm going with T-Mobile, equivalent to T-Mobile.
Okay, so not
arena,
USANA.
arenas.
Not USANA.
Not USANA, an arena. Like a Delta Center, something like that.
Music.
Yeah. Anyone else here bring up what they
Does the E Center count?
Absolutely. It's an arena or a stadium.
Okay. Then I have my answer.
Oh.
Dude, I honestly think my answer is REM. 1998.
No. You're telling me in almost 30 years you haven't been to a stadium or a arena concert?
No, because I've been to big stuff, but it's all been outdoor stuff.
You've not been to a concert at the Delta Center in almost 30
I've never
years.
seen a concert at the Delta Center.
It's a terrible place to see a
It's not a great place. Gurky, what was your answer?
So I saw Bon Iver at the East Center. Years ago.
That sounds boring as
And that was not a court order? Like you chose to go to that?
So I went in expecting it to be sleepy time music, but that guy tore the roof off the place.
Hey.
But I don't think it counts because they had like half of the place closed off. It was only half.
And they do this show.
So I think,
yeah.
So before that, I saw Tom Petty at the Honda Center, Anaheim.
Whoa. T-Pets at the Honda.
I saw Pavement, but it was an amphitheater. It was it was at a what's called a circus in Amsterdam, maybe 1,000 seats, not that much.
Rob,
and before that, it was Guns N' Roses at the East Center, And before that, it was Red Hot Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters at the East Center.
Rob, I'm
That's
going
why-
Ladies,
Go
ladies
with
and gentlemen, this is
you.
why I have not been to any stadium or any arena shows. These all sound like having my fingernails removed by a pair of pliers.
You don't like Tom Petty?
Oh, I like Tom Petty. I just don't want to see him in a stadium.
Rob, have you been
Not
to a
gonna see him.
stadium show? It doesn't
I'm not
seem
going to
like
see him at all.
doesn't, unless you're catching a Pokemon, right, Rob? You're not.
Wait,
gonna-
does the sphere count?
Yes.
That's 20,000. That's 20,000 seats. I saw the debt.
Well, I have things I will talk about that in a second. Rob, have you seen a show at a stadium or a arena?
I think that, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago, I think I saw Ani DeFranco at the Maverick Center.
Badass. Badass. This is like snack picks where I didn't even think about this. Producer Rob, Ani DeFranco. I'm going to list every stadium show I've gone to in order. I'm going to go with, this is right, everyone. Be prepared. 1999. Korn with
Ooh, is there a sleeper pick in the Woodstock?
I know and by the way, next week, Clay, this is why it's so important. Next week we're gonna do it all next week. We're gonna finish it out because we gotta get to monsters. We gotta get to monsters. Who did that? Stained opened up for Korn.
Dude, shut the fuck up with these shows.
So that's at E Center. The next one would be at the E Center again. Jesus, I've seen two there. Any guess what I saw in 2003? 2003 at the E Center. Any guess?
Weezer?
Nope.
Oh, Weezer's a good guess.
That is a good guess.
Outcast.
Wish I was that cool.
Weird Al Yankovic.
I did see Weird Al. Shit, I can't remember where. Kirk, final answer.
It's got to be like a live.
Alien Ant Farm. Close, you guys. Mars Volta opening up for Perfect Circle, and I was not. I left. I did not give a shit about Perfect Circle. I was there to see Mars Volta. The next, this would be a technicality. In 2002, I saw Foo Fighters at the Olympics. Clay, would you say like that weird stadium? Well, no. You know what? I'm taking that off because that's an open air. Okay. Then let's skip ahead. Other stadium shows I've seen since Mars Volta opening up for Perfect Circle. And I'm not trying to be anything but honest. I think the last one was Casey Musgraves, which I just saw last Saturday. And she was prolific. She was outstanding. She was amazing. Nice. But the thing, Clay, why I bring it up is money stadium shows have. Like, just the amount of confetti they shot off is 3 times the amount of equipment in this room. You know what I mean, Clay?
Sure.
It's just
a different thing.
Wait, they're doing something 3 times the scale of Polyblend,
which is shocking.
It's wild.
Just the confetti.
I can't believe. Do they get like 20 hits?
Listen, Girk, I said the confetti. To be fair,
what are you drinking?
Me, confetti.
Yeah. What kind of beer is that?
Buddy, I've gone.
Dos Equis. Do you know how many Dos Equis you could buy for as much confetti at a Casey Musgrave show? Oof.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if they shot off Dos Equis, the bottles would just fall on people.
Okay, look here. How about this? Not the last stadium show. What's the biggest stadium show you've ever been to?
Oh, biggest show you've been to? Like
biggest stadium show. I know the biggest show I've ever been to was the Tibetan Freedom Concert.
Single artist or like a
single artist? Yeah, because I could do the Tibetan Freedom Concerts and it would blow everybody away. So, biggest stadium show.
Single act. We're talking again.
Single act.
When were you going to the Tibetan Freedom Concerts in San Francisco?
1996.
Okay, I was 97. Okay.
Yeah, no, there was only 1 year. It was 97. I was there.
Rob, oh my God, Robin!
It only happened 1 year.
Oh, I was there too, baby.
Yeah,
like
you must have been a little baby. You must have been a
As,
little
as a little
baby.
14-year-old.
I was 20. I wasn't gonna hang out with a 14-year-old. I was getting my drink on, my smoke on.
You had too many
It
fucking.
must have been 1996 because I was 14.
fritters.
You were right, 96.
I think mine was probably the Rolling Stones at Bicycles.
Ooh.
And also in 96, I believe. It might have been 95.
Well, I'm going to have to go back to my Korn thing because I don't know if I've been to a single, like Casey Musgraves, God bless her, was not a full stadium, but like, love the energy. One of the better shows I've been to in a long time. But also, Clay, the other thing I was going to bring up is I've been to more shows out of the state of Utah in 2024 than in Utah. I would say probably the Korn show because the other ones I've been to have been festivals, so they don't count. I mean,
yeah, because a lot of
okay. Wait, would you call USANA with 4 artists a part of what you're asking, or would you ask the one that is 2 bands at an arena? Because The Cure with who opened up for them? It was
the Cure played USANA.
The Cure, yeah.
USANA is still not as big as. I don't think USANA is as big as Delta Center.
Oh, really?
Right. No, I mean it's bigger than Delta Center, but it's not as big as Rice Eccles.
See, we're learning something. We're learning something, people.
Because my answer was The Cure.
Oh wait, where?
USANA's 25,000.
Yeah, we were there together.
Half the size of Rice Eccles.
Yeah.
No. I didn't go to. I went to The Cure when I was 16 years old. In the fucking Rose Bowl, June of 1992.
As a show that broadcasts to no one, that has 5 people a part of it, I think we've avoided large shows. I mean, you would really have to twist my arm to go see a huge show, right, Clay? I mean, is that fair to say?
Well, I'm definitely going to Sting and Billy Joel. I mean,
no,
I'm going to that. No, I'm not going to that. God damn it! No,
I saw the advertisement.
It was just announced, though. Yeah,
I kind of want to go to that just for. Look, I was a big Sting fan in junior high. I was a big Billy Joel fan in junior high. Like there's
like you like Sting's solo shit.
Not really. Like nothing after Soul Cages. But tickets are going to be stupid expensive. But
I bet you they could fit. I bet you they could fit 75,000 people in that stadium with the floor seating.
To Schlegel's point, yes, I think by the time a band becomes big enough to play a stadium show, you've either already seen them a couple times or you just don't want to deal with it. Like you care enough to want to have seen them. You care enough to have seen them a few times coming up. By the time they hit a stadium show, like even my favorite bands, like I avoid like, I don't know, Eccles.
Well, that's the thing.
I love the Rolling Stones, but if they were playing at Rice Eccles again, I wouldn't go to it.
No, it was pretty good though.
I bet it was great.
My son saw him last year in Vegas.
Well,
wow. Allegiant
Stadium.
Yeah, Allegiant.
Well, I mean, I don't enjoy if I can't hear them like Girk. Any of us, like just the other day, a band.
Tiny Man, the best place to see a show.
But you can watch this shit on YouTube now, and like, so just the other day, Clay, did you ever get into the band Air? Do you remember the French artist Air?
Yeah.
I love those guys too. They came out that Moon Safari 1977. They just played that British Earls whatever, some bullshit thing there. They put it out, and they are playing across the United States the same concert. Mm-hmm. But I just saw it online, and I don't have to go anywhere, and it's the best fidelity. I'm listening to it on headphones. You know what I mean, Clay? Like, why would I?
Sophia Coppola's husband, who was in Air, started a different band. Phoenix. Thank you. Yeah, I will say I would make an exception for, like, I've never seen Springsteen live, and I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play small venues, and I would like to see him live before
That's a good point.
That's probably my one exception.
Bruce, Rolling Stones. I just don't know if he'll ever you know what I mean. Like I love the Rolling Stones. Am I gonna see them? No.
I saw them 30 years ago. I don't know that they're the same band now.
Right.
Here's the funny thing: my parents saw them 30 years earlier at Lagoon.
And that's when I was around Lagoon a couple of weeks ago. I was like, how insane the bands that played here. You know, that we were. What was the last year they did the concerts? You know.
Yeah, you look at the roster of bands that played at Lagoon, and it's unbelievable. Like if you had a nickel in your pocket and were a teenager in the 50s, you could have seen some of the best music of your life.
Well, that's the thing. But it's 1985, Gerg. You know what I mean? What was the year? Like, what was the last time?
For the big Lagoon shows?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they were all 60s, 50s.
No, 70s.
Mostly 60s.
I thought it was at least till 75.
Yeah. Well, they probably were doing them until 75. Yeah.
By the way, Gerg, the final theme of the show was it's September 30th. We're at the end of the month. Clay would have seen earlier on in the doc. It was bullshit. End of the month, clearing the docket. Gerg, I was going to tell you that next week I would love three bets that you are because I want to go back to the.
Oh, good. Yeah, I can give you some baseball action.
Yeah, we're getting into baseball stuff. I really want that, Clay. And I'm clearing the docket. End of the month.
I can't. Speaking of clearing the docket, how did we go this whole show without talking about the Utah Hockey Club fight?
What fight? What do you mean?
You didn't see it?
Yeah, I don't. I actually have more things.
Yeah, it was the LA Kings Utah Hockey Club game, and there was a fucking.
I'm
brawl,
more interested in the bad.
All of a sudden, there was a editorial in Tribune today about how hockey is brutal and Utahns should be ashamed.
No,
it was mostly shitting on the writer who made a point of
making jokes about it.
But also everybody knows hockey is.
The only reason hockey existed in Utah was because of fighting. I mean, to be honest, no one gave a shit about the actual sport. They cared about fighting. That's why I would go and see it. Clay,
do you think the referees skated out there and said, "Disagree better, disagree better"?
Could you imagine?
I'm surprised you didn't see it. It looked like, but I've seen 1,000 hockey fights in my life. It was a notable fight.
Yeah, it's fine.
There were some moves. Wow, you just are done. You don't even want to talk about it.
I just.
Fighting,
fighting.
I changed it to hockey, and you don't want to talk about it.
Well, because fighting.
If you want to talk about big fights, did you see that one of the fat bear competitors got eaten by another bear today?
I did not see that. Clay, I've debated about
that's a fight.
Next week, by the way, next week is when Utah Hockey Club goes. Our first game, so we're going to be there. We'll do PBL before that. But Clay, the bet
is who will have a better percentage winning record, the Jazz or the Utah Hockey Club? And I honestly
Utah Hockey Club.
Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah, Utah Hockey Club.
Absolutely.
For sure. The thing about Utah Hockey Club, Clay, that I found more interesting was that I found out that I actually have a live, the streaming service because of season subscriber. I got a free access, which I didn't think I had, but the music, Clay. Next week, I'll show you the music they have for the is something else. It's about the notebook dump, you guys, because we're at the end of the month. There's things I'm not going to get to this again, and I just wanted to go over real quick with you guys. I know what it is, Clay. Next week, we're back in the Schledio, dartboard of bits. So next week, where we're in the Schledio, when I shoot the basket, there's 4 different new bits we've never done. I throw a dart, whatever we go on, that's the bit of the week. Would you be down for that?
Okay. Sure, absolutely.
Next one would be green screen in the background, where there's just some green screen area, advertisement, whatever we want. Would you want to see a green screen image in the back, Clay?
Where there's just an advertisement of the whole time.
Or something. Just whatever you want. There's a green.
Yeah, we can do
screen.
fun. Let's do fun with green screen. That sounds like
Fun with green screen. That's exactly it. Next thing, Clay, a bit called Pocket Never mind, that was no good. Clay, the final things this week is this. We'll be back next Monday in the Schledio, and we have so much more focus bits. We didn't get the sports roundup. I will just say, Clay, I don't even want to talk about this Utah football. It's not good stuff, right? It's bad stuff.
Well, you know, was it going to be a perfect season? I don't know.
I hate that. It wasn't going to be a perfect season, but that's not the game they should have lost, and they looked like garbage.
How about this? This is what I'm starting to think.
But I feel like they were lucking out, pushing the camerizing thing. He should have played that game.
Here's the deal.
They thought you could squeeze one more victory out of Arizona and then get to a bye week, right?
Yep. I think that's exactly what they tried to do, and it blew up in their face. And also, like, Cam Rising in 7 years has played like maybe a dozen games and has made $3 million in the last 2 seasons. Like, good for him, I guess. Like, people that go to college for 7 years and become doctors make $3 million in a year. I guess that's what they do. But I'm exasperated.
Well, Girk, I actually think it's better for next week.
Where we actually think of this. Next week, we'll be back in the Schledio, back where we're back in the natural habitat of Polyester Blend. It's been fun to do it on the road. It's been interesting to see where it goes when I just don't have the normal kind of situation going on. I can't wait to figure it out, but I will say this. Clay, we're back. It's about to be Utah Hockey Club. It's about to be Utah Jazz. Girk, Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club. Like, we're about back in it, kids. So this idea of like what we think it's going to happen, it's going to actually happen in the next couple weeks. Deliverance, the book, please keep reading. We're not done yet, but we're going to keep going. Next week, Clay is actually going to be a sports roundup, KTRD Sports Woodstock 99, Clay. We're going to have to go through it to next week. So be prepared.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot going on next week. So next week will be a big show with lots of fun and merriment. I'm going to say that I want to thank my good friend, Lincoln Town Car.
Right, I'm here for you, bud. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take some weeks off now that you guys are back in. You're back in the big KTRD studio and the Schledio. I'm going back to where I came from, the roots. You know, of course, remember, I'm from the 3rd Peninsula in the 6th Great Salt Lake. I can't wait to see the whole family there. I love them so much in the pontoon. You know what's humming up for me. So I'm back off. Thanks for having me out here on the road, you guys. And KTRD's doing as good as ever. Thanks, you guys. Lynn Colin out.
Thanks, Lynn. As always, thanks for being on the road with us. We'll be back in the Schledio KTRD next week. Final thoughts on the show. Clay looks to have gone. Producer Rob, thoughts on the show here tonight?
Real chill vibes here today. Real chill vibes.
Just kind of chill.
Yeah, that's chill as hell. I'm still here, by the way.
1 second. Girk, final thoughts on the show.
I really liked the lounge. I thought that was a nice addition. And Rob, you may have convinced me that pickles are a legitimate road trip snack. That's probably the biggest revelation for me tonight is pickles. I've never even considered it, but it makes so much sense.
It's snack pickles, man. They sell them in little bags in the slightly
okay. So you're talking about
section.
You're talking about the sliced and ridged. You're not talking about the big pickle.
No, slice the.
Because you know what's the big pickle. Okay, pickle.
The sliced ones. They usually put them in a part where it's like lightly refrigerated next to like the pre-made sandwiches. And it's just
yeah. It's like a healthy. It's in the healthy section of the.
You wade your nasty fingers into a wet bag of pickles.
Yeah. You can hollow out a big pickle. They sell the big pickle.
Gross.
You can hollow out the big pickle and just toss a bunch of rye chips in there. Anyway, yes?
All I was going to say is that I'm going to give...
It's trying to gross us out before we say goodnight.
I was just going to say, I want to give my good friend who's been here the whole time for 2 weeks doing the good work. I just want to say Husky Boy of the show is definitely going to Lynn Colin Town Gar. So thanks, Lynn, for doing
I thought I was a shoe-in.
It's Lynn
My
Colin
snack
Town.
picks, the apple fritters would get me the Husky Boy.
It's got to go to Lynn Colin. He's been driving around the country for weeks now. So
did he get some snacks on that trip?
His mic's not coming in, Girk. Sorry, but we're in the lounge. We're saying goodbye here tonight. Clay, I thought we had one show in the books, and then our good friend couldn't make it, fellow Husky Boy. But I
just want to say thank you for your dedication. Being on this road trip and doing 2 remote shows is not easy. Thank you.
But it's the fun of doing it with you and pushing what we do here every week. And
being flexible about the Lions game and being understanding about the Lions game. Appreciate that.
So they won, right? The Lions won.
They did. They won by 2 scores.
Clay.
And statistically, the anomaly of that game is that the quarterback went 18 for 18.
Jesus.
Which I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback do that before. 18 for 18. A perfect game.
Well, let's do this. Clay, are you a playoff baseball fan at all?
No, I'm rooting for the Padres. I'm rooting for the Tigers.
And I've been remiss to bring up that it was statistically nuts that the Tigers got in. But I bring this up to say, Girk, picks of the week. The Girk.
We have put the robe on, ladies and gentlemen. Are we still on the air?
We are. I'm about to wrap it up here. Girk.
Because you don't want to put the gambling stuff on the air. You want to talk about that.
Well, I just want to hear his three picks. He might be in the lavatory. But Clay, I guess would say this. Next week is Woodstock 99, the actual playoffs. So you've drafted, you're done. Have you listened to that podcast I told you about? It's actually a really good podcast about Woodstock 99. But your thoughts on Woodstock 99, the playoffs. It's happening next week. KTRD Sports Takeover.
Walk me through the selection process. The people vote?
That's right. So if you remember, we do.
Yeah. It's just like TV theme songs.
That's exactly right.
So, like TV theme songs, the Woodstock 99, and almost to I would say a greater degree, depends on people's perception of the contest.
Great point.
Do you for me, my philosophy going into Woodstock 99 draft picks was I'm going to pick the most Woodstock 99 shit. I'm not going to pick my favorite bands. I'm not going to pick the best music.
You're knowing your audience, right? You're knowing your audience.
I'm going to pick Korn, which had the most iconic performance of Woodstock 99.
But will
I'm going to pick Korn. Is it enough to get me over the top? I don't know. That's the human element.
Rob, you're the producer on the show. True or false, Clay won the TV themes. I think he had twin, was it?
Oh, no. Probably.
Yeah. So I'm just saying,
whoever
Clay,
had Twin Peaks.
So Clay, I'm just saying you are the favorite going into next Monday. So just remember that. Because, a lot of people like Gurky, they know what it's like to see the winner from the sewer, from a bath of fecal and piss. And that's where Gurky's coming from. But maybe, just maybe, this Woodstock 99, he might win. And that's what KTRD Sports does. And that'll be next week. Final thoughts, Clay, because we must round up this live show from Red Rocks in not your hometown, but Summerlin, which
It is my hometown.
Is Summerlin your hometown?
Yeah, I grew up on that side of town.
Okay, so you're a Summerlin man.
Well, Spring Valley, which is Summerlin adjacent.
Well, let's get into the technicalities.
Summerlin didn't exist, dude. It didn't exist until I was gone. It was the desert. I rode dirt bikes out there.
Full disclosure, I'm riding a dirt bike all the way back to Salt Lake. Clay, final thoughts here tonight. Final thoughts.
Amazing. Thank you for doing this. I'm so glad that I was able to do this after. We didn't even talk about my road trip, after a trip going through Yellowstone for the first time in my life, and then coming here and watching the Lions play with Charlie, and then coming and do the show. My life is good, man. Thank you for making it awesome.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Robert Gerke. Thank you, producer Rob. Thank you, Jordan. Thank anyone else who will watch this in the future. We've got to be done. It's done. We'll be back next week in the Schledio KTRD Sports Takeover Woodstock 99 playoffs. I love you all. We'll be back next Monday. I'll be back in Salt Lake. I can't wait.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.